everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here for the first time, then hello, welcome. In today's video, I am bringing you our DIY pantry makeover video. I'm going to start by sharing a before of our pantry. Now, the before is not bad whatsoever. It definitely did its purpose, but it just wasn't super functional, so we wanted to change that. Now, since our pantry was made really well, we were able to cut down on costs and use some of these old shelves when we are doing this pantry makeover. So first things first, we're going to start by taking everything out of the pantry. You just saw a before shot of what it looks like without all this stuff, but I thought I would share with you how we used our pantry before we did this makeover. We did use a bunch of baskets, which was hard because things would get lost inside of the baskets. We would get lazy and not put things back into the baskets, so definitely not as functional as we would like. So now we are going to start the demo process, which surprisingly was one of my favorite parts. I helped my husband do this and it was a lot of fun just ripping out all of the shelves in our pantry. There was a ton of caulk that we had to cut through, so it made it a little bit harder to rip these out, but eventually we were able to get all of them out. When doing DIY projects, I like to keep up with the mess, so I try to sweep up as much as we can so that we don't have a massive mess at the very end. Once the demo was done, the shelving definitely left some damage to our walls, so we took some joint compound and then went in with some texture to even out the walls a little bit more. A lot of this is going to be covered up by cabinetry or by tile, so we didn't really have to do much work here, but this is definitely important if the portion of the wall is going to be seen. Next, my husband is bringing in the custom cabinetry that he made, which he did use plans that he found online for the carcass of these cabinets, and if we can find the link, I will definitely make sure to leave it in the description box down below. We did have to do the drawers inset because of the layout of our pantry. It would not have worked any other way. We even had problems finding hardware that would fit and be able to pull out all drawers. So it was definitely a little bit of a struggle. We ended up finding these at Lowe's. We wanted a really affordable option for our countertops in our pantry, so my husband took two 2x12s and secured them together with pocket holes, and then we stained it with Early American, and we also put some mineral oil on the top of it so that it would be food safe. Once my husband secured the cabinetry to the wall, I went ahead and put some of our pantry goods back into the drawers so I could get some of our kitchen back. It was driving me crazy having everything on our kitchen countertops. So as you can see, I'm just starting with all of my canned goods. This is so much more convenient that I can have these drawers to just pull out. It makes being able to see everything we have much easier. On the right side of our pantry, we did add an extra shelf here, which is very convenient. We were actually able to use the old shelving for this, and then we just added a trim piece. For the underneath of the countertops, you can see how my husband secured it. We ended up painting this little section underneath the appliance shelf white because it just looked really funky with the stained color. For the appliance shelf, we used 3/4 inch oak sanded plywood, and this was the perfect solution to being able to put our appliances in here. I ended up putting my crock pot and our Ninja Creamy here, and I absolutely adore having a space for it. My husband did paint the shelf before he brought it in. We chose a Natural Choice by Sherwin Williams. We still wanted a white paint color for in here, but we wanted it to be a little creamier than alabaster, which is throughout the rest of our house. For the shelving in our pantry, we took 2x2s to create the frame of the shelf, and then we actually reused our old shelving from our pantry before, which was really nice, a great way to cut down on costs for us. For the bottom of the shelves, he used 1/4 inch sanded plywood, and then for the fronts, he used a 1x3. If you are curious on the size of our pantry, I will leave the dimensions in the description box down below for you if that is helpful. So from the countertop to the bottom of the first shelf, it is 23.5 inches. And then the distance between the first and second shelf is 16, and then 14 for the second and third shelf. Once we're done putting together the shelves, my husband's going to paint them with Natural Choice by Sherwin Williams, which I will leave everything that I can linked in the description box down below for you if you do miss something here in the video. If you do have any additional questions, make sure to leave them in the comments down below and we will try to answer them for you. We wanted to add in 3 new outlets in our pantry so that we could actually use our appliances in here, so we called in our electrician friend to help us with this part. For tile, we chose this beautiful Zalige tile from Floor & Decor. I really wanted to get the Riad tile, but it was definitely more expensive, and I'm really happy with the way that this one turned out. It's very organic, and there's a ton of color variation, which I absolutely love. Our friend did come over to help my husband with the tiling portion. They started out with using thin set on the sides for tiling, and then my husband ended up trying muscle bound, which we've been wanting to try this for quite some time, so we thought, why not give it a shot on this project? Muscle bound is much more expensive than thin set. It is definitely cleaner, but my husband did enjoy using thin set more than the muscle bound. If you've ever done tiling work, you'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you prefer muscle bound or thin set. For grout, we use the color Alabaster. We did purchase this from Lowe's, and I will have it linked down below for you. I really love the grayish color that really complemented the beautiful Zalige tile. For the drawers, I am using some organizers that I picked up from Lowe's. We seriously could not have completed this process without Lowe's, so a huge shout out to them for helping us on this awesome project. My husband typically does all of the amazing hard work on our projects, and I love to go in and design them and add some decor and functional organizational items so that we can really have a nice functional space. I also found these stunning glass canisters with wooden lids at Lowe's. I love these so much. They were the perfect addition to add to our countertops in our pantry. I did end up selling our old canisters that were from Walmart. I got them a few years back. They did have the hobnail detailing. They were some of my favorites, but I loved these a little bit more for my new pantry. I did want to add in some minimal decor in here, so I took 2 of the cutting boards that I already had. The longer rectangle one is from Ross, and the round black cutting board is from Target, so I can link that one for you. I am then adding in this potted plant that I got from the vintage market a couple months ago. I'm then adding in this beautiful gold framed art piece from Hobby Lobby that I shared in my last video. Then bringing in my toaster that I can now put in our pantry so it doesn't have to sit on our kitchen countertops. And to finish out this area, I'm just going to bring in the glass canisters that I got from Lowe's. For this first shelf, I'm taking this white planter that I got from Walmart. I originally used this for some produce items, but I ended up getting these really awesome wood containers from Lowe's, which I will show you here shortly. I'm adding my plastic airtight containers to the middle of the shelf. This holds all of our pastas, chips, goldfish, you name it. There's a lot of things in these containers. We love them and have had them for years now, so I will leave them linked below for you. I did get a new beautiful crock pot. This is the Beautiful by Drew Barrymore collection, and I absolutely love it. I did also get these turntables from Amazon to hold all of our condiments, pasta sauces, things like that. It makes it a lot more accessible. I felt like the corner next to these turntables was missing something, so I added in this wooden pedestal that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and this vase and eucalyptus stems that I also got from Hobby Lobby. I thought this was the perfect, nice little touch to the corner without being too overwhelming. I did also install this paper plate organizer. This is also from Amazon and is a complete lifesaver. You can just grab from the bottom to pull paper plates out. Before I show you the full reveal, I wanted to share with you this pull-out drawer as well on the left side of our pantry. So we wanted an area for our dog's food, and this is what we came up with. We did get these from Marshall's for $9.99 a piece. These are so convenient for feeding my small dogs. In the top drawer, we have our treats for animals and our trash bags. And here is the final reveal of our DIY pantry makeover. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from it. I would love to hear what you have to say about our new pantry in the comments down below. I want to give a huge shout out to my amazing husband for always making my visions come to life. He puts in so much hard work on these projects, so make sure to give him some praise in the comments down below as well. I will link as much as I can for you down below, so make sure to check down there. Thank you so much for being here for today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!